the last 3 matches, including this game, there's been much improvement in terms of chances created. Where would you put maybe the question mark on? Is it on lack of composure? Is it confidence?
No, I just think I know what it is, but I couldn't never say that. But we just got to take the chances. Obviously, we made a lot of mistakes in the couple of games, leading up to this game. But we've still had a lot of opportunities in the last 2-3 games. A lot of opportunities, which not as much as we had tonight, but certainly good few as well. Similar to this, we got to get players back fit, and then I think it'll make a difference.
Does it help, Coach, that yes, we want to get goals, yes, we want to win games, but you are creating and making those opportunities?
Yeah, if you're not, it's an old saying in football. I'm sure you guys, you do media conferences after every game. It's a stuck record. If you're not creating, you've got a problem. But we're creating. So, let's not look for things that are not there. And the first sign I look for is attitude, and the attitude was good. We played with a good attitude. It's close to the end of the year, and sometimes players fall off the pace a little bit, but they're giving me good. Their work rate's been good, so I can't fault them.
Coach, January is it's basically next week already. Is there any sort of planning that's already happening to say, January is coming, planning to perhaps maybe even, the next season, because it's a time whereby, we can start looking at maybe some pre-contracts.
Well, we've only played how many league games? 7, 8. But yes, I agree with you. A lot needs to be done. But we've got to try and get through this period with what we got, and then there is work going on in the background. But we certainly need to concentrate on what we're doing now. That's the focus. The future is the future, but we got one eye on that. But certainly we got both eyes on what we need to do now in our situation.
Last 2 questions.
How far is Nurkovic, Coach?
He's training. Yeah, he's training. So hopefully we can get him on the field in the new year.
Coach, could he be ready for a return leg?
I hope so. I really do, because as you can see, I think he would have got a few by now. If you look at the season last year, they started off so well because with the goals where it came from, and that's certainly, we need that, because we don't have that, to come off the bench or something. We need something like that.
Last question.
Coach, after this last game of the year now, what is your sort of assessment in terms of when you started with the team and into this final game, in terms of the attitude of the players? Are you happy?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is attitude. I think it come from a very unique situation where it's the same for everybody, with the epidemic and that. But I also think with them getting so close, I think it was a bit of a shock to everybody, and I think it's taken a bit of time to get their heads around it, and obviously not doing anything ins and outs, in terms of transfers. Because when you bring in, you could have freshened the place up very quickly, without that. But I can see certainly when I looked at them before, I could see right through their heads, from the eyes went right out the back. But now at least we've seen a little bit of matter now. So I think they're coming around slowly. But wins help, but obviously that hasn't happened. But we're certainly playing better, which is better for the players that we've got, in a way that is always. I know we should be doing things differently, but we got to play with the strength of the players.
Last one.
Coach, just lastly, what is the itinerary, just in terms of give the players a few days?
Couple of days off. The same amount of days off will be the same amount of training days when we play the next game. You understand what I'm saying?
So just maybe Christmas and New Year's?
No, New Year we're training. New Year's Day we train. New Year's Eve we train. No.